Hey Siri, set my timer for 27 minutes. Okay. Hey Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Today I attempted to recreate a look that RawBeautyKristi did. I'm pretty alright with how it turned out. I rarely do neutral looks, so today I used the Going Coconuts palette. First time using it, and as far as like neutral palettes go, this baby is like, I really like it. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey guys, I thought that it would be a lot of fun today to play around and try to recreate a look that RawBeautyKristi did. She just put the video out the other day. Let me find the video. I just watched it to do this, but I used the Going Coconuts palette. I don't have any like Too Faced eye anything, but it was her. I tried following my own makeup tutorial and I did a screenshot from the video to kind of look at it, but it was this look right here, and I don't really mess with neutral eye looks, so figured it would be a lot of fun to do. And as I just said, I used the Going Coconuts palette. This is my first time using the palette. Actually, I got it in when I got the Meant to Be palette, and I just figured, you know, I don't have a neutrally palette, and why not get this one? I think it's pretty. So far I'm impressed with it. Colourpop just stays killing it with the formula and everything. So without talking too much, because I do too much talking, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So please don't mind this wig. This is my new one, and I don't quite feel like I did the lace right. I probably should trim it some more and like try to get it to look a little more natural by letting my baby hairs out, but I feel like I'm gonna take this off and tuck my baby hairs in and go from there. And plus I'm too lazy to glue it down, but I'm still rambling. I'm sorry. So what I'm gonna do is take and I have all my brushes set out here, but I guarantee you I'm still gonna misplace them, because would it not be a slightly unblended video if I did not misplace my brushes? I am gonna take where did I put it? Aha! My Morphe M507 brush, and I was looking right at it and I touched it the whole time I was looking for it, but okay. So I'm gonna go into Lovely Bunch, and I'm just gonna apply it into my crease, and I'm gonna wing it out. Just to take that Lovely Bunch color, and I'm just going to apply it into my crease. I'm hoping that I can do this look some justice, because that would be really, really cool if I could like do something as good as RawBeautyKristi. I love her. I've been watching her for 3 years, something like that. I can't quite remember, but she put this up and I was like, okay, that'll be a good thing to try the Going Coconuts palette with, because she's like, well, if you have that palette, then you can probably do it. And I was like, well, I'll give it a try. So she is definitely my inspiration for this video today. And I'm just taking this, and I'm trying to be kind of gentle when I'm applying it. I don't want to do too much and make a mess, because she didn't use a whole lot of concealer for the cutting the crease the way that she did. So I will definitely link her video down below if for some reason you have not heard of RawBeautyKristi and haven't watched her, because you're missing out. I love her. She is just awesome. Oh, and I already primed my eyelids. I use this ABH eye primer like always, but I just figured to save a little time editing and whatever, just to get it on. Just gonna wing it out. So the thing about with this wig is I didn't glue it down. The video I put up earlier, or well, today I did put it up, but I don't know if this is going up on a Wednesday or if it's going to go up on a Sunday. I had my wig on, my bluish colored one, and I had it going down. That whole time that I had it on, I was like, how am I going to put my face on? Yeah, dramatic. But I was being lazy and didn't glue it today, because as soon as I'm finished with this, I am going to film a super fun video. I'm going to try something different with that one. I'm probably just gonna do a voiceover. Hadn't done that. I kind of figured out how to do that with what I edit with on iMovie on my phone, so. And I'm hoping that the lighting will be okay because I'm doing things a little bit different. Okay, so for right now, this is what I'm gonna do with the M507 brush, but I'm gonna use it again in a minute. So now I'm taking the Sigma E25. Yeah, I think I'm finally getting that number down. So the Sigma E25, and I'm just gonna blend it out some, and I'm gonna add a little bit more with it. And if I do seem a little hyped up, it is 2:30, and I've had more coffee, and I brewed it pretty strong because I just have been so sleepy today. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because I had a lot of stuff to do. So me being the procrastinator I am, I put everything off to the last minute, and then knowing that I had to get up early, y'all, I do this to myself, so I can't blame anyone but myself. But I might be a little hyped up because I have had the most caffeine today. So I think this is okay for right now. And, you know, you just go back in and touch up where you need to as you're working with eyeshadow, makeup. Next, I will use this shade called Nutty. And you can tell that I've already dipped around in it some, so I do apologize if it looks messy. I just used it, so. I'm going to use the ABH A14 brush. And I'm going to just go with Nutty. And kind of tap it on this outer corner of my eye and just bring it in a little bit, and I'm gonna blend it and wing it out that way, and then go in and touch it up in just a minute. So I'm gonna start just very light-handedly with this A14 brush and that Nutty shade, and just kind of map out how I'm gonna wing it out. So I'm just gonna barely work like that. Now this palette, really any Colourpop palette, the pigmentation, I really enjoy Colourpop's palettes. And they're affordable, which is like the best thing. And if you hear my phone vibrate, I'm so sorry. So now that I kind of have this some sort of way, I'm just gonna use the Morphe M507 brush again. I'm gonna make sure I have it cleaned off. And I'm still gonna use the Nutty shade, but I'm just going to blend it together with the shade that we started with, the Lovely Bunch. I'm sorry, I'm looking down. I should have these shades down. I should have wrote down what I was using. But I'm just gonna take it and kind of map it down through the crease and try not to make a mess with it. Okay, so I think I have it about even. And if not, just makeup, it washes off. I can go through and fix it. So I'm just gonna take this Sigma E25 brush and blend out the wing part here to make it more winged. So now what I'm gonna do is just take that A14 brush again and use a little bit more Nutty to come onto the lid a little tiny bit and just kind of pack it down. Just run it right up here against the crease, just a little bit. Now I'm just going to have some coffee. Okay, so what else she said that she did was going to I could get a black shade, and I think she said she used Makeup Geek. But I figured since I have a lot of Colourpop on hand, I would just use the Smoke Show palette, another favorite. I'm just gonna go into Let's Do It and apply it into that nutty shade. And I will be taking the Colourpop E10 brush. Look, I feel like at this point I have to have coffee every time I film because it makes me feel like a little less awkward. And I'm an awkward mess. So maybe I should have coffee every time I do this. I'm just applying it into here with that nutty shade. And then I will just get my brush caught in my sleeve. I will blend that out some more in just a minute. I just want to smoke this out. Now so far, I quite like this look. I feel like this could be a nice little soft glam that I could just go to whenever I'm going somewhere and don't feel like brainstorming a look. Because usually I try to do colorful all the time, and there's only so many ways you can do the rainbow, so I usually use a lot of purple. Alright, to blend that out, I'm going to use the Morphe 507 brush yet again, and just a little bit more of the nutty shade, and then I'll probably go in and use the Lovely Bunch and touch that up before I move on to the next step. So I'm just going to take that Morphe M507 brush and go into Lovely Bunch again, and I'm going to touch it up. And I will take that Sigma E25 brush and blend it out, but I gotta make sure it's cleaned off first because I am notorious about not. So I don't even know if that made sense. Coffee Me is no good today, but I sure do like her, so I'm just going to blend this upwards as well. And since we're kind of on the subject of how hyped up I get for having this much coffee, I like weird tangent, funny story. So back like, how long? It's been over 10 years. Anyway, it was like one night I was up and I was talking to some friends. I was watching TV, whatever. And this was back when they had that Supernova Mountain Dew. That was my favorite. Mountain Dew, bring it back, please. But I had like 2 bottles of that, and it was like midnight, I think. Because I was supposed to be in bed, but I stayed up anyway. And let me tell you, I was bouncing off the walls. And I don't think that it helped that I snuck and got some kind of like, I can't remember, it was some kind of little chocolate cake or something. But I was bouncing off the walls. I mean, talking 90 to nothing, just a whole mess. So now I'm going to get that this Colourpop E10 brush. I don't know if I've used it already. I can't remember. I think I did. But I'm just going to get a little bit more of that nutty shade, tap off the excess, and really try to wing this up, but make it like thin. I feel like I done fudged up, but I'll fix that. I'm just going to use the Colourpop E1 brush, I believe is what it is. Yes, I finally feel like I'm getting that. And I'm just going to blend that out as well. So I have a little bit more blending to do right here with, let me see, I'm probably going to use the E1 brush and Lovely Bunch some more just to kind of thin it out up here at the top because I have a little bit thicker than I had it on the other side. That was my timer. See, I'm trying to get better about this whole making sure my camera doesn't cut off and I miss a step thing. That usually I caught that before it scared me. But I did it before and I had completely forgot about the timer, and when it went off, I like jumped 10 feet out of my seat. So yeah, I'm jumpy anyway. Alright, just blend this. I have another funny story if you're interested, maybe not, but... So I mentioned that I'm jumpy. Well, I'm familiar with the UPS guys that come to the house, and they're all real nice, but I'll forget, like, oh yeah, this is gonna be here today. And I'll be sitting there and I'll be doing my makeup or just whatever, you know, and they'll come and knock on the door and it'll scare me, or I'll have my music on. I really like to listen to a lot of music while I'm getting ready. And yeah, so I'll have my music turned up, not real loud, but enough that I'm not paying attention to what's going on outside. And the poor guy, he was like, this is the time I usually show up. I didn't mean to scare you. And I was like, no, please don't feel bad. I'm jumpy anyways. Like, the cats could be doing something and I'll jump. So it's like, no big deal. So anyway, weird tangent, but what would it be if it wasn't for me going off on a weird tangent, right? So I'm just gonna take the Morphe M507 brush again and go into Lovely Bunch and just kind of bring this down here. Really wing it. And I'm going to go back into the Smoke Show palette for a little bit more of Let's Do It. And get it on the Colourpop E10 brush. Touch up this shade here. Okay, so next I will take the Morphe M421 brush and a little bit of my Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer. I don't know where I set it. I set it in front of my face. Just gonna get a little bit of it and just ever so slightly carve out a little bit of this. That's how it seemed like she did in her video. So I'm just gonna like start from this inner corner and then not go so far towards the outer part, but just enough to give a little bit of definition. And it's at this point that I regret having so much coffee because now I'm shaky. Okay, sorry about that. And if this is awkwardly zoomed, I do apologize. My husband usually helps, but he couldn't today. So I'm kind of trying things a little bit different. I have my big mirror and I'm like moving it and trying to get everything. But anyway, my battery's done as I was talking about what I was fixing to do next. So for the shimmers, I don't have the ones that Kristi had. So I'm just gonna use two of the ones from the Going Coconuts palette. I'm gonna start out with Cocoa Crush and then I will add Palm Reader. These are pretty nice. I mean, I don't think there's anything negative that I can say about Colourpop out of the thing. Well, I did try their brow pencil and I didn't necessarily like it, but I'm not real big into pencils. I suck at eyebrows anyway. Like, I hate my brows. I tried so many different things, but I used the brow blade yesterday for the first time in a minute and I was like, okay, this looks better than when I use the pomade. It looks better than when I do a lot of things. Today, maybe not so much. I just can't brow today, but can't be a winner every day, so not that I ever can do brows to be a winner, but it's all good. It's just gonna wash off later anyway. So I'm just gonna first off start with Cocoa Crush and add it close to the lash line and kind of bring it to this dark part into the outer corner of the eye. But I'm gonna go over that in just a second with some more. I'm just gonna bring that in. I'm only gonna bring it about halfway up. In my hair. Okay, now I'm just going to use the Palm Reader. I just said it and forgot it. And add that. I'm gonna bring some more of that color back into the crease in just a minute, but I'm just gonna bring this over. I'm gonna touch that up because I want it to be a little bit more there. Bam. bit more of that Cocoa Crush. Makes me want some Cocoa Puffs. And kind of blend these two together. I think I like that. I'm just going to use, I need to find other words to use because I keep using the same ones. It's like, I know there's more words out there. Speaking of words, I've been playing this game called Wordscape on the app on my phone. And y'all, I suck at spelling. And then there's words and I'm like, that's a word? So I've been trying to learn a lot from it. It's ridiculous. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed by any means. Anyway, going back into Nutty, and I'm just going to bring it, well no, I don't want to use this brush. I didn't use that brush last time, my bad. I'm going to take the A14, woo, make a mess. I'm going to take the Colourpop the ABH A14 brush and some of Nutty and just bring it and kind of blend the shades together. And then I'm going to take that Colourpop E10 brush. I almost said A10 brush. Look at me getting everything jumbled. Okay. And take a little bit more Nutty, and I'm really just going to define that shade or intensify it because I lost a little bit of it. And I think I have them kind of even. Okay. Then I'm just going to take that Sigma E25 brush again. And a glitter mess, and just a little bit more of Lovely Bunch, and blend this out. I don't want it to be harsh, just buffing it out. And now I'm just going to take this Colourpop E1 brush, yeah, the E1 brush, and just blend out the edges here with that first shade, the Lovely Bunch shade. Just diffuse it. Oh guys, okay, so, you know, I talk about music on here as I'm doing stuff and like what gets me in the mood to create and whatnot, but so I've mentioned before that I really like Knuckle Puck and they're supposed to be putting out an album this year. I'm so excited. I can't wait because they were like, their music and everything, it was the inspiration for my first tattoo, which maybe I should, well, I don't, anyway, that big colorful one that I have here, it's like a mesh of their first two albums, and it's got like the shapes, like the color part is from Shapeshifter, and then like the frogs, the dice, I can't, and the flowers are from Copacetic. Those albums are bangers. And then it says I'm not the blood in my veins, and that is from the song Nervous Passenger. I absolutely love that song. It's short, it's like, I want to say it's under 2 minutes. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, I've got to stop doing all this rambling, but I believe that I have this is about where I want it for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of my face, finish this eye off. I did get the lashes that she said she used the first time. I've never ordered from House of Lashes, never used any of their lashes before. She said that when she first did that, that look that she used the Precious Bottom Lashes by House of Lashes. So I did order some of those, and I've been interested in some bottom lashes for some more creative looks and whatnot. So I'm gonna pop those on and then try to do them on camera because I struggle when I'm trying to put lashes on the little lash line. So gonna see how this works because I'm feeling I'm gonna struggle and that should be a whole lot of fun. So I'm gonna go put on my face and finish this eye and I will be right back. And I'm back. It's really not as hard as I was thinking it would be to add these lashes on the lower lash line, so that was pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do to finish this off is get this brown off my nose. I'm just gonna go on ahead and add a little bit more of this Nutty shade. I'm gonna use this definer brush what I'm gonna do is tap off the excess and just kind of apply it right here. Try to connect the two real quick. I'm not taking it all the way though, just a tiny bit. Alright, so now I just can't get over these lower lashes. I love them. I am going to pop on some mascara and the lashes and then finish it up, because really that was just like a quick, simple 1, 2, 3, got it. So yeah, I did kind of just struggled a little bit with putting these on, but I broke out my tweezers to do that and made it a little easier. So yeah, I'll be back in just a second. All right, now that I have these lashes on, check my time here. Okay, good. So now that I have these lashes on, I'm going to add a little bit more, because I did add a little mascara before because I didn't on this one and it was a disaster. Like, I think that's why I struggled. But I'm just gonna do a little bit more. I'm gonna blend them together. Oh, I got a hunk. Okay, now I don't really like using black in my waterline. I feel like it makes my eyes look smaller, but with these, it kind of, to me, it doesn't really feel like it makes it smaller. So to really blend these lashes together and kind of hide that band, I'm gonna do like Kristi did and like put this liner on this waterline, and I'm gonna drag it down some to try to mask the band. Okay, I feel like that was good enough. So, oh yeah, I knew I was going somewhere, didn't know where. So I'm just gonna go back into the Going Coconuts palette, and I am going to use my BH Cosmetics number 6 brush, which I had out but misplaced. I'm gonna take Cocoa Crush and add it for the inner corner highlight, and just do a little dab. Little dab will do. Alright, so this is the finished look. I really, really like it. I feel like it doesn't necessarily look exactly like Kristi's, but that's okay. I can practice it. I really like it. I feel like I would do this as like a, maybe like going out for a Valentine's Day date, which might be a hint at what I'm about to film next. And just something that I just like, a soft glam. I really, really like it. Kristi did, that first tutorial was really good, and then like her doing how she would do things now, I really enjoyed it. If RawBeautyKristi ever stumbles upon my awkward channel and sees this video, I really hope that I did this look justice, because I just wanted to try to do that look that you did, because I thought it was pretty. I don't ever dabble in neutral shades, or really hardly ever. So this was a lot of fun and a nice change. So yeah, I feel like there's something else I wanted to say. So yeah, I guess that's it. If you would like to see more looks that I've done, you can subscribe or check out my Instagram. It's Slightly Unblended. You can use the hashtag Slightly Unblended on Instagram. I don't know how Twitter works. I think I've said that a million times, but I could check there too. You'll have a chance to be featured in an upcoming video. If you like this video, could you maybe give it a like? That way YouTube will think that maybe somebody else might like to watch this video. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye.